The man gently ran his hand along the body of the nearly perfect airplane. Then, he made an unusual demand. He told the engineers to grind every rivet smooth. No screws or joints were allowed to be visible. For engineers in the year 1930, this was an extremely difficult challenge. Soon, the plane was ready for its first test flight. The engineers warned him not to try breaking any records. They reminded him that first flights always carried risks. But the moment the man sat in the cockpit, he forgot everything they said. He pushed the throttle all the way forward. The plane took off smoothly. After circling once, it reached the speed checkpoint, 329 miles per hour. He flew another lap and returned, this time hitting 347 miles per hour. On the third try, he pushed the throttle even harder. The plane reached an incredible speed of 352 miles per hour. Suddenly, the engine stopped. He had run out of fuel. The plane began to drop fast. But the man stayed calm and steady. As the ground rushed up, he pulled back on the control stick. The plane crash-landed in a field. When rescuers arrived, he simply said, "The plane can go even faster." In the days that followed, he flew that plane around the world in just 4 days. He became known as a fearless aviator. He also purchased Trans World Airlines. This caught the attention of the president of Pan American Airways. After entering the aviation business, the man set out to design a transport plane that could carry anything. If he could build it, he knew the military would order it. That's how the Hercules was born. He also built spy planes, cargo planes, and long-range passenger planes. When the Pan Am president heard he wanted to open international routes, he planted spies inside the Department of Defense. He wanted full control of all international flights. Meanwhile, the man prepared for the test flight of his spy plane. After 1.5 hours in the air, something went wrong. One engine stopped, and the plane dropped fast. From 3,000 feet to 2,000 feet. There was no clear spot to land. The plane crashed into a neighborhood, destroying several houses. The man was seriously injured. Before he could recover, bad news came. The war had ended, and all Hercules orders were cancelled. Even worse, one of his company's passenger planes had crashed. The entire company was grounded. To finish the Hercules, he had to mortgage his airline shares. Pan Am kept sending agents to search his house. He approached their top advisor to ask for peace, but the advisor warned him to give up the international routes, or he would be sued for war profiteering. That was when the man decided to fight back.
In all, more than $800 million was spent during the war on planes that never flew. Over $6 billion on other weapons that were never delivered. Yet, Hughes Aircraft, with her $56 million, is the only firm under investigation here today. Now, I cannot help but think that has a little more to do with TWA than planes that did not fly.
His bold public speech turned the tide. The Hercules airplane became the center of national attention. When the giant plane was finally completed, he stepped into the cockpit and slowly pushed the control lever. Despite strong shaking, the aircraft, taller than a 5-story building, lifted into the sky. It became a symbol of future technology. The man once again became the greatest aviator in the world. And he didn't stop there. He began work on jet engines next.